Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. How's everyone doing? If everyone can keep their phone or keep their computer on mute, if you have any questions or anything, you can always throw them in the chat. I always like to see where everyone's zooming in from. My partner Dev is on site in Elgin, probably one of the furthest suburbs we've worked in. Um, I'm here in Logan Square personally. If you can throw your location in the chat so we know where everyone is at. It's a new year. Happy 2025 to everybody. Hopefully everyone's got their goals and objectives set for the new year. I know I've got mine. I'm in the middle of my quarterly 60-hour fast. So I'm a little more tired than usual, but I'm feeling much better today than I was last night. So Christians in East Garfield Park. Oh, I love investing. That's a prime neighborhood for investing. Christian, appreciate you joining. We got Caesar, we got Princess, Loretta, Fred Moore. We usually like to give everyone about 3 minutes, 3 more minutes to hop in. South Shore. Ooh, South Shore. Another East Garfield Park and South Shore. Probably my two top favorite areas as far as like gentrification and growth goes. I really like that southeast corridor. Everything like east of the highway, Bronzeville, Washington Park, Woodlawn, Hyde Park, South Shore. I think those are just prime areas. I think the train's going to kind of keep moving its way down as well. Happy New Year, South Loop. All right, Loretta. Anyone have any New Year's goals 2025? What are the goals for 2025? Oh, there's Rand Friedman joined us, everyone. Top Chicago property manager here. Good morning, Rand.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning. Good morning. I'm going to put you on mute. Rand, where are you coming from? Put it in the chat for us. Thank you, sir. All right. We'll give everyone about 2 more minutes. Any good New Year's resolutions for 2025? Um, for me, my one of my unique New Year's resolutions is washing my face before I go to bed. So I'm trying to clean up my hygiene a little bit. Washing or moisturizer. If I didn't go out and about, I don't have to moisturize. Ooh, stretching. Very. Yeah. That's something I'm actually been hyper focused on, Christian, over the last 2 years or so. It's just like mobility. I used to want to, work out and get big muscles and all of that, but I've realized that if I can just work on my mobility, I'm 10x more happier and healthier. So, all right, we got another minute or two to go. Stretching. Anyone else have anything? They've got goals they want to share. Once you share it, that's one of my mottos, right? What is it? Think it, say it, write it, and share it. That's how you, in my opinion, you create extreme accountability. Think it, write it, think it, say it, write it, share it. So we've got some big goals at Quality Builders. We want to finish another version of our instant estimate. I know that's on there. All the ones off the top of my head right now, but we can go ahead and get started. Now, we might have a couple other people join us. But yeah, thank you all for joining us. My name is Jonathan Clem. I'm the founder here at Quality Builders. On site, we have our project manager, Dev Patel. He's on site. And so just a little bit about us. We're a Chicago general contractor, although we do some work in the suburbs. Obviously, Dev's out in Elgin area. Super cool project that we're getting ready to get started actually. And we're really focused on leveraging technology, creating estimates quicker, and being able to provide data to homeowners and investors who are typically using 203K or home style renovation loans. That's a lot of the clients that we work with. But we, have a huge array of projects we've worked on, and a lot of them tend to be a little bit more complex. This is definitely one of those. So we've done some cool projects where we've taken the roof off, put new story on, extensions, additions, basement dig downs, all that type of stuff. The goal of our meetup here virtually is to just give you an inside peek on our renovations, walk you through the plans, and help you understand how we're gonna put this thing together. And it's just super helpful, at least for us, to share this information with you, because we obviously aren't perfect and have tons of lessons that we learn. And if we can provide those to you in the hope that you may benefit from some of those and not make the same mistakes we've done, we think that's a win-win for everyone. We always start all of our meetings with gratitude and praise. And so Saturday morning, waking up to hop on this call. I know everyone on the call is making moves in 2025 because most people are, most of us out there are barely getting out of bed or on their Netflix now. So kudos to you guys hopping on the call. One of the things we're always promoting too at Quality Builders is giving back to the local community. One of the ways that we do that is through the Boys and Girls Club of True Values. So we share this QR code every time. Most people don't donate, but I'm hoping some of you guys on this call are different, wanting to start out your 2025 year in the giving spirit. So we raise money. We donate $1,000 every year to the True Value Boys and Girls Club for their Youth of the Year program. That program is basically a presentation that they give on. I actually went to it in October, or actually November, and they present a presentation about who they are, where they came from, the impact that the Boys and Girls Club has had on them. And then after if they win, because there's 3 of them, then they go on to the next round. That's actually at Navy Pier, which should be coming up here in January. So if you're able and your finances are at least in a somewhat secure place, and even if they're not, I've just always found the more that I give, the more that comes back. So you can scan that QR code, put in even, the smallest donation will go a long ways, $5 or $10. The other thing that we're super interested in here at Quality Builders is technology. Like I said before, I like to give everyone just a sneak peek of what it looks like when you sign on as a client with us. Our clients, specifically at this project in Elgin, will be taking full use of our software here because they're actually out in California. And so we set this up so that we, have a clear contract price, change orders, selections at the beginning of each job. We set up a schedule that outlines everything that's going to happen. And then we put together a weekly report for all of our clients to show them what's been completed, what's coming up, put pictures in there so that way there's no question of what's happening, what isn't happening. And then the last thing that we really started using more and more is setting up all of our finishes and packages in here so that way there's no confusion about what sinks are going where, what faucets we have or don't have, and it just eliminates the confusion so we can streamline the schedule as much as possible. So devs on site, I'll give you a quick overview because the project itself is a little bit hard to figure out as far as like what level he's on and where he's at. So this is in Elgin, Illinois. This is a northwest suburb of Chicago. And everyone can see my screen too, right? I usually ask that sooner. If anyone can just confirm that they can see my screen, that'll be super helpful for me. One person just has to do it. Let me know that you can see my screen. Put it in the chat. Yeah, perfect. Thank you so much, Christian. So Dev's going to be entering the property right here. He's out there right now. I can see him. I'll spotlight him so you guys can see the outside of the building. The entrance to our project is right here. And then just to the right of the entrance is a garage area that's going to end up being one of the bedrooms for the first unit. And so the entire project is going to be 5 units in total. It's not necessarily a gut renovation because it's already gutted for the most part. And so basically it's just going to be a full renovation. Our clients are using actually hard money. They're using Renovo Financial, who I've worked with personally several different times. So highly recommend working with Renovo. And the project is getting ready to start in probably the next week or so. So we just got the demo permit on Friday. And I'm going to show you how the units are laid out because it's quite unique. It's a warehouse building converting into a loft of 5 new renovated units. And so how this looks is this is the section view that we would call. So it's basically a slice of the plans looking at them up and down. And so basically when Dev walks in, he's going to be walking into this unit, unit 100. Below unit 100 is a basement. That's where we're going to install a new footing and build a new CMU wall all the way up to the roof. That's going to hold the stairs. On top of unit 100 is unit 200. Okay, so we're right here. This is unit 200. But what's unique about unit 200 is on the same floor as unit 200, there's also unit 201. And so that is on the north side of the building. The building is facing west. And so that's the only unit that isn't stacked on top of each other. Otherwise, the other 4 units, unit 100, 200, 300, 400, are all stacked directly on top of each other. Okay. Does that make sense for the most part? Everyone understands. I'll let Dev give us a view of the outside, and then as he's doing that, I will show you the floor plan so that way you can kind of get an understanding of exactly where he's at. So I'll put Dev on the spotlight really quick. Let him introduce himself as well. All right, Dev, everyone should be able to see you now.
Hey guys, welcome. Like Jonathan mentioned, really grateful for you guys to join us here on a Saturday. Like Jonathan mentioned, I'm right outside kind of the entry space here. The garage is here to my left. That's the entrance right over there. And just like Jonathan was mentioning, that's 201, the only one that's not stacked on top of each other.
And then that garage to your right is going to be the bedroom of unit 100. So we're actually going to take out all this wood. We'll put down a new foundation for this wall, build a 2x6 wall there, and then it'll also have a brick veneer. So it's going to look, have a brick finish just like the rest of the property. And so that's all going to be completely closed up. So I think it might be best, Dev, if you just go to the top floor and then make your way down. And that way I can kind of, we can walk through the elevator shaft and explain how all that's going to work. That will probably be the easiest. So while he's doing that, I'm going to share my screen again so you guys can look at the plans. Here we are again. So what I was talking about when I said elevator shaft, so we'll see that at the beginning once Dev's on the first floor again too. But this project itself, in the property, it's actually one of the oldest elevator shafts that was ever done in the Elgin area. So very unique process that we'll have to follow to demo everything out. On the first floor, this is where the entrance is that Dev was going to go up. And then just to his left, right in this area where I'm highlighting, there's an existing elevator shaft. So if you look here, this is the basement floor plan. If you look here, this is the existing shaft. So we'll have to take that down. There's you know, all the elevator wires, all the elevator like wheels that will show you all have to get disassembled. We'll have to use some hoisting equipment and probably cut them with a torch to get them out. Very heavy machinery and equipment. And then I'm going to scroll over here to the 4th floor so I can show you the layout of that property and or unit, and then I'll let Dev take over so he can show you the elevator shaft and what that unit's going to look like. So this is unit 400. So currently there's a stairwell right here that Dev walked up just now. He's going to be facing, he'll show you what it looks like starting there. When he walks into the property, he'll walk in and then take a look at the elevator shaft so you guys can all see that. Once it gets done, this is the existing wall on the north side of the building. Obviously, you can see the kitchen has a super simple L kitchen, which is kind of a standard 5x8 bathroom. All of the units are 1 bed, 1 bath, except for the first unit, which is 2 bed, 1 bath. So it's going to kind of have an open floor plan. We're going to have to build these new stairs. This wall here is that CMU wall that I briefly discussed building from the bottom of the basement all the way up to the roof. All the units will have a washer dryer over in this utility corner. The entire property will be electric as well. And so everything, including the oven, will be electric. And the other thing I didn't mention that I should have was our clients are taking advantage of HTC credits, historical tax credits. And so it's very unique in the sense that we have to keep a lot of the exterior of the property very much similar to how it was and restore it to its original glory. So all of the brickwork, all of the exterior windows, all of the original hardwood flooring we're going to be restoring. And so we have to do that side by side a historical tax consultant as well. And we have to send all of this into the city of Illinois for them to review. So I'll let Dev walk us through here. I'll put him back onto the spotlight. All right, now we can see Dev. So that's the stairwell he walked up. We're going to demo that out. That's going to go away. And then as he slowly pans to your left, you'll see the elevator shaft. The elevator shaft is pretty much exactly where the new stairwell will be installed. There's a lot of equipment, you know, up and to the right. I don't know if he can poke his head in there and show you guys what that's going to look like, but oh yeah, so yeah, you can see all of those wheels and gears up there. We'll have to build a platform here and then take those down. That'll be the first thing that we're doing right away, starting hopefully next week. You can see the stairs on this particular floor too are warped in some areas. It's going to be a little bit of a challenge to figure out what we can repair and what we need to replace, and then figuring out the exact material that we need to use to replace it. So any questions that you guys have right now off the top of your guys' head, let us know, throw them into the chat. So there's going to have to be some interior tuck pointing that's going to be done. The actual brick here, we're going to be leaving exposed as well. So that was one of the things our client was working with the city on to leave that kind of exposed brick look. So these are all going to be for sale. This building is part of a complex. Christina's question was, what's the budget and are they going to be for or for sale or rent? There's 3 other buildings in this complex that the client owns, and so they're going to be keeping it as well as rentals. The budget is north of 800,000, so and under $1 million. So it's definitely going to be a very large project. A lot of the materials for the HTC stuff, like the windows, are quite expensive. And so that's the 4th unit. I'll let Dev make his way down to the 3rd unit, while I share that layout. They're almost identical, the third and fourth floor. So we may be able to just kind of skip through the third floor, Dev, and go to the second, but I'll show them at least what it looks like quickly while you safely walk down the stairs. So, all right. So Christian had a question. We'll be doing wood framing or metal. So this is going to be all wood framing. And really, there's not a ridiculous amount of framing. You know, the bulk of the framing is really going to be building out the stairwell. That's the bulk of the framing, and then there'll also be obviously frame for the walls of the bedrooms and the bathrooms. So as you can see here, this is unit 300, identical layout. Only difference is we're installing some new window here for the bedroom for light and ventilation, but literally exact same layout. You'll enter the building here, or enter the unit here. Same thing, washer, dryer, electric hot water heater. Oh, one of the other things I didn't mention either, because it is 5 units and it's a historic building, we're actually putting a water sprinkler system in this unit as well. So Dev's on unit 2 right now. He's standing in the southeast corner. And then he's gonna go down the stairs to unit 200. So I'll just show you that right away. So these. So just so you get an understanding of how unit 200 and 201 are laid out, because they're on the same floor now. So Dev's gonna start in unit 200. He had gone upstairs that are currently here on the south side of the building. This is up. He's gonna be standing in this corner, which is the southeast corner. So right here, you'll see that's where he'll walk through to unit 201 when he gets in there. And so he'll be able to walk through here to see unit 201. This area that I just highlighted will get bricked up. That's going to close up. And then the actual entrance for unit 201 will be down here on the east side, southeast corner of that unit. And so the entrance to unit 200 will be right here. So I'll let Deb take over for a second so you guys can see what I'm talking about. All right, Deb, should be able to see you. So those all existing stairs are going away. All the existing roof rafters we're able to use, so we're not doing any new replacement of joists in the ceiling, except on the roof where we're having to sister the existing joists. Had a couple other, so yeah, he's in unit 200. That area he's going to walk through straight ahead is going into unit 201. That will actually be closed up. We've got a couple new windows we have to pop in here as well. Yeah, I mean, take note of the floor. The floor has to be reused per the historic tax consultants. Johnny had another question about the rentals. Yeah, so they're using a hard money lender. They had originally planned on having the project started quite a while ago. It's been a lot of loopholes to get through the city regulations, just because it is such a historic building. They're super particular about how it's going to look, how it's going to function. There's actually a much larger project just west of here, about a 30 unit building being built. And so this is right in the downtown Elgin, just on the east side of the river. So yeah, so this is unit 201. That entrance to the actual unit 201 is right where Dev is looking currently. Yeah, right over there in that corner. That's going to be the entrance. You'll walk in, and the kitchen will be to the Dev's left, where you see the spray paint. And Deb is almost standing in the bedroom. So this unit itself is actually above a garage, which we don't have anything to do with. So we will not do anything below. Above here is the roof to that specific unit. So we will likely have to be sistering joists, basically taking another 2x8, putting it right next to the existing one to stabilize it, giving it additional strength since it is a roof load and they use 2x8s where everywhere else you'll see like in unit 200 when Dev walks over there that he's that they have 2x10s and they're actually much thicker and throughout the rest of their property. So I did mention earlier the whole property is going to be electric. This is also going to have mini splits for each of the units. And so those mini splits will actually be set out on the roof out of those windows. There'll be 3 heat pumps outside there and then 2 on the main roof. So I'll let Dev, again, this is 1 bed, 1 bath. I'll let Dev walk into unit 100 now really quick and I'll show you what that's going to look like. Stairs he's walking in, those are going to go away. So this is the biggest of the units as well. Unit 100. All right, so here I got the plans up again so you guys can see that. So unit 200 or unit 100, pardon me, is the biggest of the units. It's roughly 1,000 square feet, a little bit bigger. So Dev will probably start. Here's the, I'll zoom in for you. So the main entrance of the building is right here. That's where Dev always went in front. When he walked into the building, he went straight up these stairs here that are existing that are going to go away. Now, actually, unit 100, when you walk in the door, the kitchen will be directly to his left in the future. There's an existing stairwell here that's going to go into the basement. So this goes down this way. And then obviously the bedrooms in this corner, we have 4 new windows that get put in here. So you can see we cut the brick open that Deb can show you on the east wall. 4 brand new windows there. And then further down here where Dev was looking outside, when we originally looked down, Dev was looking this way at this existing garage door that was open like this. That's going to get a new 2x6 wall here with a new brick veneer wall here to make it look like the rest of the building. And so we have to cut this opening as well. And then you walk into bedroom number 1. Have a big walk-in closet, and then you have your utility room over here. So Dev will start, right here in the foyer. So to his left immediately is where the current elevator shaft is. That's going to be the new stairwell, and then he'll walk into unit 100. We already walked into the, and then we can show you the garage as well. So
I'll just guide you guys through this one. This one's a little trickier because we have the staircase that's going to be demoed out here. What Jonathan mentioned here, the no smoking sign is essentially the elevator shaft that's going to be removed, and new staircase is going to be put in right here to your left. So all new staircase through all the units. Over here, we've got unit 100, bedroom right over there, new windows. Over here is going to be the bathroom, kitchen. Jonathan, did you want me to go outside for the garage?
yeah, we can show them the garage if you want to show them just to the right here. You can show them up the elevator shaft again. And I think the original, what would be the right word? Original like belts and everything. So that's actually elevator. Last time my other partner and I were there, we actually tried pushing the buttons, it didn't work. So, but yeah, you can see all the way up there. That's all the way up to the 4th floor where we were earlier. We'll have to infill all those elevator openings as well. We'll use CMU there as well. And so, yeah, if you go to your right still, Dev, and show them the existing belts and everything, I thought these were unique being a builder. So you can see how that elevator shaft used to operate. The belt would actually pull it up, the cables pull it up just like they do now. So all that stuff has to get dismantled properly. This is probably one of the more complex demo jobs we've done. So making sure we take our time and do this safely is going to be of the utmost importance. So any other questions anyone has? I don't think it's worth going into the basement. The basement will cut out a piece of concrete for the new wall. Dev can show you here into the garage. I'll show you where he's at really quick just so you get another. So yeah, again, that's gonna get all closed up. You can peek in there. So this is gonna be bedroom 1 of unit 100. There'll also be a walk-in closet. It's still actually only a 2-1. It would have been really nice to get another bathroom in that area, to be honest, but we're past that point at this point as well. So sale prices for the units. So they're going to be rentals. I don't know off the top of my head what the planned rental price will be. So I can't answer that. If I had to guess, I'd be guessing around 1,700-ish. So yeah, that's the garage there. That's outside. So we do have some exterior tuck pointing we have to do. We'll have to clean up all the windows as well and restore them to their old glory. So not those windows, but the windows to the right. You'll see those are the ones on the outside of the building. Yeah, those ones way up there on the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd floor. So Fred had a question on the project timeline. I'm gonna move off Dev spotlight. So yeah, our goal is shooting for completing the project within 9 months. I honestly think it's going to be quicker than that. We have a pretty good team and have everyone lined up. Some of the issues that we know we'll run into is working with the fire sprinkler inspections and getting those approved. And so that'll be a little bit more unique as far as that goes. But we really think we should be able to finish it in 7 or 8 months, 9 months, worst case scenario. Everything's already demoed out, which makes it much easier. The stairwell is going to be a big issue, but once we get the framing done, it's a pretty kind of cookie cutter type of 1 bed, 1 bath unit. There's nothing super special about it. I can zoom out and show you guys some of the elevations as well. Oh, MJ made it this morning. Good morning, MJ. Thank you for hopping in. So, running the ETA on completion. Oh yeah, so completion this year for sure of 2025. Shooting for September or sooner. So I can show you the quick plans of the exterior too, where Dev was, so you guys have a better idea of what that looks like. I see that. Yeah, so here's where you can see a little bit better. I'm pretty sure I shared this earlier, but so this is the new door. This is where Dev was earlier. Not sharing my screen. This is where Dev was earlier. So this is the entrance here. So you can see this here is unit 201 right there. And then this is unit 200. And then you have unit 100 below that. Right, that goes actually all the way over to here. So that stays in place. And then 300 and 400 is at the top. So oops, up here. So yeah, we have a new window here as part of that new brick facade that you'll see gets filled in here. So it has a big water service line as well. So it's a 4-inch water line coming in. So very large water main coming in, and that's specifically for the sprinkler. You can't have a 2-inch line for the sprinkler system because it's highly pressurized. Any other questions that I can help answer? Just a reminder for Eric, who I think joined a little late. This is a project up or northwest part of the suburbs in Elgin, Illinois. It's 4 or 5 units in total, redoing a loft building. So you can see here too, here's where the actual water line comes in. So I'm not sharing my screen again. But I'll share my screen so you can see. Yeah, it's a large water line of about 120 feet. So this is the main right here. It's going to come in this way and go in this way into our building. So this might help you a little bit better. So you can see here the multiple buildings. So here's where the water main will be. It's going to come in this way and then tied directly into here. So be a big opening. Our actually plan for the demo is to utilize this garage here. So all the material will be hauled out here. We'll have a dumpster here, and that's going to be a pretty good location for that as far as logistics go. So all right, well, if anyone has any other questions, we've got some QR codes that lead to our website. If you want to set up a consultation, you can do that here. Otherwise, we're also on Instagram. Handle is Quality Builders Inc. If you have any more questions, I'll stick around for a couple more minutes. MJ had a quick question. Do all of you guys be completed before leasing your lease? Yeah, more than likely we'll have to finish everything before we're leasing up any of the units, particularly because of the fire suppression system. We'll have to get all our final inspections passed for the electrical, plumbing, and mechanicals, and more than likely the project isn't phased well enough to start leasing before we're done with everything. So we'll do it all at once as soon as we're finished. So but yeah, appreciate you guys again for jumping in and joining Dev and I. And if you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to us anytime. Hopefully this was helpful. And if you need any help on future renovations, please don't hesitate to give us a call. Or if you have questions in general, always happy to help and share our experiences to help you guys along your way. Have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll talk to you all soon.